Hello, everyone. Welcome to On Motorsports with me, your host, Tom Stoller. We share stories of racing and automotive history. Today, we're going to talk about the world's most valuable car as of last week and insane markups on sought after new releases by dealers. Before we get started, a little housekeeping. The opinions expressed on Motorsports are mine and mine alone. They are not necessarily the opinions of sponsors, affiliates, contributors, or platforms where this video may be shared. You may not always agree with me, but if you want to hear my stories or hear what I will say next, like, subscribe, and comment, and we post about once a week. Let's talk about value. Value has a standard definition, but it means something different to each and every one of us. It seems Elon Musk might feel that Twitter isn't worth his $44 billion offer based on fake profiles. There are lawyers that command thousands of dollars per hour. I think they work for the Clintons. It's reputed that Rob Walton, one of the heirs of the Walmart fortune, who's an avid car collector and vintage racer, makes about $1 million per hour. Can be easily assumed that Amazon's Jeff Bezos makes something in that area too, before alimony. I've always been of the opinion that something is really worth what somebody is willing to pay for it. So a couple of articles hit me last week in both The Drive and in Haggerty that really got me thinking about value. Haggerty Insider revealed a rumor that Mercedes-Benz has sold one of its W196S 300 SLR Silver Aero racing cars for a record $142 million. That's not chump change. Heck, that's not even jet fuel money. That is the jet. A steep climb, obviously, from the previous record for a short wheelbase Ferrari 250 GTO, which brought $48.4 million at Monterey in 2018. So clearly there's a lot going on in the car collector world. And then the other story that I read about in The Drive actually exposes a Chevy dealer in Florida putting a $100,000 markup on the furiously anticipated 2023 Corvette Z06. So, that said, there's a lot to be said for value and what is it worth. So, whenever I look at articles like this, I'll go look at the comments and see what people have to say. And there's the typical, I can't believe people do this. This is, speaking particularly of the dealer, they're charging, they're gouging their customers, this and that. But once again, something that I have found is that people will pay what they feel something is worth. I mean, am I getting gouged? Yeah, probably. But do I have enough money to do it and buy it and then show it off at a car show? Pretty much. Let's talk about the guy who bought the $142 million Mercedes. I mean, I have a Mercedes, but I paid a significant amount less for it. As a matter of fact, I bought it used, so I paid a significant amount less for it. But as far as things go, apparently when Mercedes went to sell one of the two that they have in their own collection, this is a 1955 car, okay? And the car itself was actually supposed to be racing in the 1956 season. But unfortunately, due to the horrible Mercedes accident that happened during the 24-hour at Le Mans in 1955, Mercedes-Benz pulled out of racing for, more than 40 years, I believe. They started racing again, I think, in the DTM series with the 190Es, which, oh my gosh, that's a highly sought after car now too, and that's bringing big dollars, but not quite as much as the 300 SLR. But anyway, what they did is they apparently found 10 serious collectors. I mean, these are guys who probably have Monets on the wall. They have, the $100 million houses, and they just have literally money to burn. But when you think about it too, these are actually good investments because generally a Monet doesn't lose value. A short wheelbase 250 GTO Ferrari doesn't lose value. They keep going up. And for that matter, I think the Corvette Z06 for 2023, depending on the chip situation in the world, might be a rare car too. Supposedly the Corvette's a mass-produced car. But if you look at the last couple of years, when the CUF 19 happened, they cut off their production, and there were only, I think, 2,000 first series Corvettes with the mid-engine. So the C8 itself is becoming a rare car. I was standing next to a guy at a car show. He had brought his C8 out, and we were standing there, and I go, so how does it feel to stand next to your car and watch it go up in value exponentially? And in all honesty, that's really what's happening. And so, I guess putting it bluntly, you could say what you want to say. Oh, that money can be spent to end world hunger. Oh, that money can be spent for this and that. It's, again, if somebody has the money to buy it and they can buy it, let them buy it. Who am I to judge, right? But then you take a look, and apparently these 10 serious collectors who were groomed for the ability to buy the car. I don't know if it was a bidding war or what, because Haggerty Insider basically put this out because it's, I guess, a known rumor, and we all know a rumor is just a premature fact, that there's that kind of, somebody's got that kind of money to buy a car. And tell you what, the nice thing about it is Mercedes also put a rider on the contract of buying the car, is that you do have to share it with the world. You don't be Jerry Seinfeld where you just go to Salinas and lock all your beautiful cars up where nobody can ever see them. You actually have to take them to car shows, Concours, things of that nature. I'm sure that's probably where you'll see it. Depending on where in the world the car is too. So nobody knows who bought the car or what country it's going to go to. It might be going to China. It might be coming here to the United States. It might be going somewhere in Europe. It's just a matter of where it will be. But the nice thing about it is it will see the light of day. I'm not sure the person's going to want to put mileage on it, but tell you what, if I paid $142 million for a car, I'd want to drive it. I would definitely want to drive it. I mean, you go back to, I mentioned Rob Walton earlier. I was at Monterey a few years ago when he crashed a one of 6 Jaguar XKE lightweight race car, which, in a sense is kind of priceless itself. But, he crashed it, and he's going to spend the money and he's going to fix it. And, oh no, is it not going to be original anymore? Sure it is. It's the car. It just, sometimes these cars need to be repaired. I do believe that I was in 2015, I was in Monterey when a Ferrari short wheelbase GTO went for, I want to say around $30 million, $32 million. And that car had actually been repaired because it was actually involved in a fatal crash. So, again, people will still put up the bucks for it, and the car's the car. So, anyway, a little bit of opinion for you guys for this video. I appreciate your tuning in to On Motorsports. And, if you have any comments, please put them down below, and like and subscribe. I post somewhere around once a week, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys again. I hope you enjoyed the Can-Am video that I just put up, and we're going to be putting up another drive video shortly. So you have a great one, and thanks for tuning in.